How to avoid a bad outcome as a rideshare driver. Whether you're driving for Uber or Lyft, fact is it is a dangerous way to obtain a side hustle. So we're going to talk about it. It is indeed your boy Tim with another ride sharing video. Now this one is in regards to a comment I received, or better yet spotted on a forum in regards to ride sharing. The comment is as stated. Uber drivers should avoid unverified rides after 9 p.m. in hood areas. Let's make safety a law. Now, I don't have any issue with the comment as stated. Unverified drivers, however, in the hood, particularly dangerous, but in my opinion, anyone that's unverified should be met with an air of caution. Now, the author of the piece talked about in the hood. Fact is, driving in the hood increases the statistical probability of a bad outcome for every driver in the business. So if you can avoid driving in such areas, I would highly advise you do so. But unfortunately, you can't always do that. And we know that the ride-sharing companies, Uber and Lyft, frown upon you if they find out you are doing it. At the end of the day, those folks in those areas also need transport, so they're not going to tolerate knowing that you're actively discriminating against folks simply because you're worried about getting shot, carjacked, or raped. They don't give a damn about that, so keep that in mind. But we want to talk about a few things that pertain to this that I actually believe not only validates the comment stated, but it is worse to live by, so to speak. Number one, I hate to say this coming from you see what's on camera, but I hate to say this, but in ride sharing, your most dangerous passenger is a young black male. Not going to deny you've seen the stories here featured. We've covered dozens of carjackings. We've covered sexual assaults, rapes, up to and including many drivers losing their lives in the process of this side hustle. The overwhelming majority of assailants in these cases has indeed been young black males. So picking up young black males, it is what it is. I don't want to, try to paint this picture any rosier than I can, but it is young black males that are committing most of these crimes, particularly those featuring drivers who are carjacked. And we know carjacking happens a lot. We covered in Baltimore last year 39 carjackings in that one market for rideshare drivers in the span of 2 months. So it's very, very common. And I don't think I've seen a single video of someone carjacking a rideshare vehicle that was not a black person. I don't think I've seen one yet. I'm not to say that there's not other folks committing these crimes, but everyone I've seen, it's been overwhelmingly young black males doing it. So up to and including the assassinations of drivers as well. I don't think I've seen that done by anybody else either. Listen, at the end of the day, it's about you earning a living to feed your family. So I'm not telling you what to and what to not do. Just giving you facts on what we've covered so far. In addition to that, driving after hours. What do we always say on the channel? Nothing good happens after midnight. So if you can avoid driving after hours after sunset, that also helps increase your likelihood of a decent outcome. Driving after hours, it is what it is. That's when the criminals come out. As the song used to say, the freaks come out at night. So if you can drive during the day, during work hours, it helps you substantially avoid a lot of the riffraff. Not all of it, because I just covered an individual in the last video that got murdered in broad daylight in Afghanistan, expat or immigrant that came to this country from Afghanistan. And he got murdered here in America in broad daylight by a young black male they just arrested and apprehended the guy the other day, shot him in the chest, was in the process of taking his vehicle and murdered that driver. So nothing good happens after hours. Try to avoid driving. The after club crowd, for instance, clubs get out 1, 2, 3 in the morning. It is what it is, folks. I get that there are tips. I get that there's a lot of traffic in terms of trips you can make money on. This is dangerous times, those Friday, Saturday night. There's a lot of riffraff on the street that time of night. So just understand you're doing it at your own peril. After midnight, and you're picking up folks that may be inebriated, they may be drunk, maybe on some other type of narcotic, or maybe using you as a driver to have them go pick up narcotics. We get drug runs all the damn time as rideshare drivers. You don't always know it, but if you go pick up a passenger and they want to run into somebody's house and then come back and get in your car, it's a good chance, especially in the middle of the damn night, that you just help facilitate a drug buy. That happens in this game. So driving at the hours, dealing with that crowd, once again, that also increases the likelihood of a bad outcome. And last but not least, deserted areas where you know are hot spots. We mentioned the hood to start the program out, but it's not necessarily just a hood. Picking up someone on a weekend in a deserted industrial area where you know all the damn businesses and factories are closed is what we're talking about. There's no reason for somebody to be over in this area requesting rideshare trips. Stuff like that, if you can, I'd highly suggest you avoid it. It's just a $3 to $10 trip, typically. Wait for the next one. You don't want to be picking somebody up by a damn riverbank somewhere. Maybe the end goal is to have your ass in the river. Deserted areas, shopping malls that are closed, things like that. If you can avoid picking people up in those areas, once again, you should know your market, know the locale, know the city and places you're at. But yeah, avoid deserted areas. But I did just want to run this by you because the individual talks about verified passengers. Most passengers are not verified. So I'm going to ask you folks, does that make any difference in who you choose to pick up and not? Also, certainly the passenger ratings. Passengers with a low rating, there's a reason that's happening. There's a reason why drivers are giving that passenger a low rating. That damn sure should make a difference in who you choose to pick up and who you choose not to. If a passenger got a low rating, like I said, there's a reason why that is. You pick them up, either you're going to get your hands on somebody that might be a diva, where they're requesting you make U-turns or drive fast or something like that. We certainly get passengers like that who want to be a backseat driver. And then, of course, you may get somebody else who either gets in your car, they're drunk, they're overly talkative, or just might vomit in your shit. All of those things can lead to a passenger getting a bad rating. If you can avoid passengers with bad ratings, you damn sure should do that as well. But what type of metrics do you use to determine if you're going to pick up someone or not the moment you see the trip coming in? What would lead you to cancel a trip and not even go pick the person up from what you see in the app? Such as neighborhoods, low ratings, things like that, or maybe it's somebody you picked up before and you knew they were an asshole. State it in the comments as usual. It is indeed your boy Tim. Feel free to smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.